my friends, Dennis and Canoehound Adventures here. Today I'm out at the day camp. We're heading out to the day camp and I got a good friend of mine, Dave. We're heading on out here to shoot a couple of videos. One being a little meet and greet with Dave himself. Dave is a knife maker from Beastly Ironworks, and he's created me a beautiful knife. You probably heard me talk about it in some other videos called the Bush Beast. That's not going to be part of this video. This here, we're going out there, we're going to cook up some breakfast and do a little bushcrafting. Dave wants to see the kind of things that I do out here in the bush. So this adventure, yeah, we're just going to go out there, some breakfast, maybe a couple coffees, maybe a couple of brewskis. What do you think? Yeah, Dave's up for that for sure. So yeah, we're going to get out there. I'm just going to show you a couple new pieces of equipment I've got as well, and we're just going to move on from there. So we'll see you at the day camp. Sweet. Welcome to mi casa.
Nice.
Did I forget to mention that Dave and I brought along another friend, our buddy Tim Horton.
Very Canadian.
Alrighty, so as with any guests that I bring out to the day camp, of course we're gonna get Dave to build a fire. Yeah, you're gonna learn some bushcrafting skills today, Dave.
Thank God I'm a smoker. I brought my lighter.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's always the first go-to is if you have a lighter, you want to use your lighter first. But no, I'm gonna let you have some fun there, and we'll try making it with a Ferro rod and some dry kindling. But this is our fire base, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw down a base of wood to basically protect the fire from the bottom. Lay them beside each other. Rolling for you. I know everybody's going to tell me not the safest way to be breaking wood with people around, but that's good. That'll make a great base. And on the agenda today, I'm going to cook up Dave some steak and eggs and home fries.
Every time he does a video like this, I have to stop forging knives and go inside and eat something, because I always watch his videos when I'm forging knives.
Well, us YouTubers are addicted, right?
That's it.
All right, cool. Okay. Alrighty, so this new knife here that I got, that Dave made me, which has been so appropriately named the Bush Beast. Just doing a little bit of batoning with it. Going through a nice piece of maple here, and it cut through the first one there. It's a bigger piece of wood, something you probably wouldn't normally baton. It's something you'd use with an axe, but I want to try this thing out and beat the crap out of it. Just what you wanted me to do, right?
That's it.
Alrighty, so yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, get us some nice hardwood here cut up so that we can cook up that steak on the fire.
That's what I wanted to say.
The sweet sound of the north, eh?
Well, you know, it's a Canadian national pastime.
It's not 11 o'clock yet.
It is somewhere in the world. Cheers.
All right. Oh yeah, this beast is gonna be doing some nice batoning for me. Beauty. Look at that thing. Gonna have posted in the other video. We're gonna talk to Dave about making this thing and why he did what he did. And what we expected to make in this knife. Alrighty, so we're going to do a little bit of feather sticking with the Bush Beast here. Something I got to get used to, because every knife that comes in, or every knife that you own, is going to perform differently. And obviously this is one of the tasks that I wanted the knife for. Got to get used to it, because the grind on this is a little bit different. This grind is it's like a Scandi grind, but it's got a little bit of an outward bevel on it, so I have to find that arc and find the proper spot to actually make it dig into the meat of the stick. But I'm I'm doing maple here, and as you can see, it doesn't take long to get used to it. Hey, Dave?
Nah.
It's
looks good,
some
man.
nice thin curls here, which is good. It's exactly what we want, because we are going to get this fire going. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot.
That's what I like to hear.
And it's very comfortable. Okay, so another task that I wanted the Bush Beast for. Not always when we're out in the forest or on a trip, if you happen to forget your axe and you don't have your axe on hand, or a saw, and you gotta process small wood, like, you know, doing feather sticks, or you want to cut down a small limb. This here, I wanted a knife that was going to be heavy and beefy enough that I could use it as a chopping type of knife. So I just did these curls, and what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to see here. And yeah, you know, it's got enough beef to it. I'm sure that I could get this to go through a limb of another tree. We'll try that later. I'll find a dead standing, and we'll see, you know, maybe 2 or 3 inches thick, and I'll see if I can actually chop that tree down with this knife. And we say we're going to put it really through its test, and that's exactly what Dave wanted me to do. Is he wanted to build me a knife, and then he wanted me to beat the crap out of it so that he can use it as a prototype and possibly semi-mass produce these things with his crafting hobbies. So yeah, it's really cool. Looking cool so far. Okay, so I got Dave doing some feather sticks here as part of his little bushcrafting lesson. Like, he's never built a fire before. But we're gonna teach him Dennis's way. So right now I got him debarking this piece of maple. It's the same piece of maple I was using.
I need a bigger knife.
You want to use the Bush Beast, you're welcome, but that knife I'm sure is quite capable. This is another knife that Dave made for himself. It's basically, what, a general utility knife?
Yeah, it's an everyday carrier.
Everyday carrier, yeah.
Yeah, it's just something simple that I can put through its paces.
Yeah. So show us the knife. Let's see that knife.
It's just got a temporary handle on it. I'm going to be wrapping it in some nice paracord, but yeah, all in all, it's so far it's served me pretty good on the job sites or whatever, and got me out of some trouble. So
if you check him out on his Instagram page, he's actually got a lot of good pictures on there of when he was building my knife, this knife, and what, a kitchen chopper.
Yeah, a couple of kitchen choppers.
Yeah.
Some stuff going on there.
Okay. Now with the curls, try and cut. Now you've created edges on both sides.
Yeah.
Use feather stick the edges at each. Yeah, there you go. And maybe longer ones, because you're going to want a lot of long curls.
I keep cutting it off.
That's okay. That counts as kindling too.
Your daughter was so much better at this.
Erica's had a little bit of practice. I think we did a couple of takes when we were doing it. But you know what? The whole purpose of creating these feather sticks, it's just giving you some dry kindling that's on the inside and will easily catch like a match would, right?
Yeah.
So basically, that's going to be what you're after. Alrighty, so now we got Dave. He's just doing some birch bark scrapings. I told him we need a good pile of this so that ferro rod will accept it. Want to move your hand for a sec? Let's see what we got. Yeah, look at that. That's beautiful. So yeah, some more of that.
This is what will punish your knife.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that rolling an edge if the steel's not hard enough.
Yeah. Oh, easy. Flatten it off, no problem.
Well, you don't always have to do this, but it's just a method of doing this, right?
And we're thin.
Beauty. Okay, Dave, so what I'm going to get you to do with the ferro rod, this is my Uberleden fatty.
I'll say.
Yeah, it's a fatty.
I got to tell you, man, they always say, you know, bigger doesn't always mean better, but I got to tell you, In this case, it's absolutely.
I like a thicker Ferro rod. It feels like I'm not going to break it when I'm using it. They get the thinner ones, but take a couple practice strikes just to get your. No, you're going to use the sharp edge of it. Yeah, right. That sharp edge. And there you go. And I'm just going to show everybody what we got. We're going to try and light. Over here we got our scrapings from our birch bark. And I'm betting that you're probably going to do 1 or 2 strikes to get this going.
All right.
So get it close to. You don't want to put it right on because you don't want to lose all your shavings, but nice hard strike. Again. There you go. There you go. And let's get some birch bark on it. Beauty. Yeah, get that, don't put it right on, let that birch bark catch. Good shot, man. Not always easy, especially with the conditions. You can see we got a lot of snow around here. But here you go, you break that piece into a few pieces of smaller, yeah. And we'll get that little birch bark flame going. Wow, man, you're like a pioneer of the old days, eh? Donning your nice new Canoehound Adventures hat.
Oh, hey, let me get my sunglasses there. Wear this stuff.
Alrighty, cool, dude.
No, thank
there
you.
You go. Okay, so now it's starting to go. So actually, you can just do it as a little handful of wood. Let the birch bark build up a bit. Starting to put it out here.
Away.
Yeah, we don't want to put it out yet. Take that piece of wood there and put it across here. No, we're going to build like a bridge. Okay. Now you can put the feather sticks on the flame. Get them going like matches. There we go. And then you can put that kindling going this way. Mm-hmm. And it'll that little bridge that we put will help
keep the airflow.
Help the buffer going there. Yep. Awesome, man. So we can get this going. We're gonna rock it with some nice hardwood. Yay. Get a pot of coffee going. We'll enjoy a beer and get some nice coals going.
Here.
Well, you got yourself, yeah.
To a good time.
Hey, all right.
Here, did you?
No, I'm an IPA guy right now when I'm in the bush.
Fine, then
I'll treat you to a couple of maybe Get It the Fuck Indias.
Oh yeah.
Or the Mandarina with no name.
Yeah, I saw that on your last video. It was really cool.
Yeah, it's a good beer.
When you finally figured out what it said, I was like, did he really?
I know, right? That? I know, right? Cool. Good job, Dave. Good job.
Thanks, man. Good teacher, right?
I think Dave's got this down. And he didn't even have to use the Bic. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we just finished shooting a video here, and Dave's watching it on his phone, so yeah. You'll get to see that in the next episode.
See what kind of idiot I turned out to be.
Let's not give him too much of a teaser, though. I want him to come back and view the next video and all the ones in the past. Like, subscribe, share, and hit that bell notification so that you can catch more of my videos.
Absolutely. They're well worth it.
You've probably done this once or twice before, eh, Dave?
Give or take. Raised on 500 acres in Acton, Ontario, you learn a few things from your grandfather and whatnot. So.
It's like Dave's a bit of a pyromaniac, or he's getting ready to heat temper another knife or something, maybe, eh?
You want to cook breakfast, buddy? Get some coals going.
Yeah. How hungry are you?
Oh, I don't mind horses.
Yeah. Molly, how you doing?
Yeah, that's a good time, dude.
What are we doing, David?
Watching water boil.
Watching water boil, or snow boil. I had my tripod set up, and I got a cheap piece of paracord on there. Let's see what happened to the paracord. She melted, man. She disappeared. It dumped my whole coffee pot of water all over the place. So we're now using snow. We're improvising.
Absolutely.
Right? Got to be a MacGyver out here in the bush, people. But yeah, so now we got the coffee going, and then we're going to get to some cooking. I know you're waiting. You want to see what kind of delicacies Canoehound is doing for you.
My mouth is watering. It's going to be a good time.
Ribeye steak, hash browns, and fried eggs.
Just wanted to let everybody know what a true Canadian our friend Canoehound Adventures is. Surrounded by snow, drinking beer, in a t-shirt, out of all things.
Welcome to Canada, the Great White North. Oh!
That's awesome, dude. Quick, do it again.
Oh! So, if you've ever wondered what I use for home fries, I go to the U.S. once in a while because I'm located near a border town, and I pick up these Hungry Jack Originals. Basically, what it is home fries that are dehydrated, and when you're ready to cook them up, you just add some water. It's got a fill line here, and you add water to this, let it sit for a while. They say add hot water. I didn't have any hot water because, as I mentioned earlier, I spilled it, it melted off the tripod. And so I got cold water in there, but the potatoes are rehydrating well. I'm just getting my hot coal bed going so we could cook them steaks directly on the flame. And coffee's probably getting pretty close to being ready, and then we're gonna get cooking with some cast iron and steaks on the coals. So stay tuned. What, Molly? You getting hungry? Molly's getting hungry too. Dave doesn't actually know what he's doing. He's not trying to break the small stick, he's trying to break the big one.
How did you know? Dennis doing his mastery. Molly anxiously waiting.
We let those hash browns crisp up a little bit, and then we'll get the steaks on there and get them cooking, and then we'll finish off with the eggs last. Dave says he likes his meat crawling still, so
Blue.
Gonna be a flash cook.
I have 32 finely honed teeth ripping and shredding at meat. I don't care how my meat's done.
Beauty.
From blue to well done, doesn't matter.
Come on in here, get a nice close up of those home fries.
Out of a box, and look at them, they're absolutely awesome. Hey Dennis, for the people that don't know, what exactly are you doing?
I'm just preparing the coal bed, and we're gonna get these nice ribeye steaks. Here we go. Fine Costco brand steaks. Cut them all up myself at home, season them, shrink wrap them, and cooking them on the coals.
Molly, what do you think? Yeah, I thought so.
He says, I know my dad's gonna share with me.
Oh, Uncle Dave's gonna share with you all the day long. Oh, look at that, man. That is mint.
We know that the steaks are not gonna take very long.
One-handed to boot.
No, that was lucky. It crumbled in my hand. And you can see the end result. One of us is getting no yolk. That'll probably be Molly. I'll tell you people, if you've not ever had breakfast in the forest or out in the woods, give it a try sometime, because I'll tell you, it may be a lot of work, but you're really, really going to enjoy it. Dave set up his camera there just to get some shots. He's really liking my tripod, the little squiggly guy. Pretty cool. Get a shot of this. He's got that all wrapped around my tripod. So here we are, guys. Final product, bushcraft style. What are you thinking about that, brother?
Oh, I'm thinking that it's Beastly Ironworks approved. Good times.
I think this is getting to be a normal in Canoehound land. I think before it gets cold, I think we should start chowing down, though.
I think so too.
All right.
Brother, that is awesome. Thank you very much, man, for the invite. It's a good day.
Maybe that'd be a good giveaway item. A day with Canoehound and a lunch in the bush. I should run a giveaway for that.
Are you kidding? That would be like the best, man.
You got to write a 100,000 word essay as to why you want to have lunch with Canoehound in the bush. How's that? You send that by email, which is in the or by about section.
I think you just lost followers.
And I'm counting. I'm counting.
You can't beat this. You can't. Even if you don't like the outdoors, you can't beat this.
No.
You got good company. You got nice hot coffee.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it turned out to be a real nice day. So the weather's real nice. Can't believe you know, it's not t-shirt nice, but
Why isn't my shirt?
I know, and you pulled it off.
It's because I got a little more meat on my bones. I got the belly fat to insulate me a bit. No.
Like I love doing all this. Like I say, I was raised on 500 acres in Acton, so I love doing all this kind of stuff. And for a little while, I got out of it, but and then I started following you and stuff like that. So I started, you know, getting back into it, and of course I started, you know, watching and following some guys that do it all the time, right? And like your buddy there that wants to come out.
Yeah.
He did the beehive or the beeswax thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Dude, there was
actually,
only,
you know what?
funny as hell. There was only 2 comments there. I didn't even read the comments, so I'm going to make my comment. I'm like, yeah, I got this buddy of mine, Dennis from Canoehound Adventures. I think I'm going to surprise him with a batch of this because, you know, he could probably really use it being out here. And
Yeah, James said he's sending me a batch.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then James like, yeah, well, maybe you should make him a batch. He'll still like it. Well, because I went out of the comment, like I posted the comment and I read the other one, and it was from you, and I was like, oh, man, that's awesome. Well, so much for the surprise.
Hey guys, you know what? While we're on that topic of other YouTubers and stuff, got a couple guys that I follow, guys who use YouTube channels. We're all kind of growing our channels together. We've gotten to be YouTube buddies, so to say. One of the fellows you've seen me do a shout out. I did the steak challenge, and I actually challenged him to do the steak challenge for the Show Me Your Steak challenge.
Yep.
And that's JP Outdoors. I'll have the link down below in the bio, but this is a shout out for JP Outdoors. He's an outdoor adventurer like myself. He's more in the learning stages, and this guy's not afraid to take on a project, you know, refinishing axes, making beeswax waterproofer. He's down in the Virginia mountains. He's not from Virginia, but he went down there with a buddy there to do an overnight camp. Long way to go for an overnighter, but he's a longtime friend of his. So I would say, you know what, go online, go on YouTube here, obviously you're already here, and check out JP Outdoors. So this is kind of a shout out for James. James, here's to you, buddy.
Cheers, brother.
And another guy, this is a young fella that I've just been following lately. His name's Preston Scott. I think it's Preston Scott 365 is his YouTube channel. When I say a young fella, I'm not exactly sure how old Preston is, but I believe, you know, he's probably in his late teens or early 20s, and he seems to be a bushcrafter by heart. He likes you know, flint knapping with steel and stuff.
Yeah.
And the thing that really got me about him was just recently he did a video with he had his siblings, like little boy and a little girl, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, 10, 11, 12-year-olds, and he was actually showing them a lot like I did with you today, how to make a fire, but he was doing flint knapping. So he had his brother and sister, and they both had success. They both made fire where they flint knapped. He helped them along with it.
Yeah.
And they got the spark going. They put in the tinder bundle, and he had them blowing it, waving it, blowing it. Before you knew it, they had flames going.
That's awesome.
So Preston, as a shout out to you and the YouTube community, go on over there, check out Preston Scott 365. I'll get that link in the description below, as well as right here probably on the screen. And yeah, check out his YouTube channel, because like I say, it's these crafts, not only do you get out and do it, but you know what, if you could teach the ability to do this stuff to somebody else, and get them off their chair and out from behind the YouTube computer or the television, and get them out here enjoying this, this stuff, right?
There's that old saying, you know, like kids never remember their favorite day in front of the TV.
Yep.
But they sure remember it out in the bush.
Exactly.
You know, like I can, I'm 43, and I don't remember, you know, like, well, pardon me, I do. That's only because my grandparents were so strict. I only had a half an hour of TV time.
Yeah.
And that was from 3:30 to 4 o'clock when I used to watch Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Other than that, no, it was working. Get out there and, you know, enjoy yourself. And that's what I remember, you know, fixing farm equipment when it used to break down in the middle of hay season.
Yep.
Right? You know, that's what I remember. And, you know, and learning how to hunt and, you know, and stuff like that. It was awesome.
Yeah. But you know what? We're rambling now. We're going to put people to sleep. So you know what? I'm going to draw this video to a close. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us today here at the day camp. Much appreciated if you could subscribe, like, and share this video and hit that bell notification so that you can be privy to some of my new upcoming videos. I have a lot planned for you guys. I got like 2 pages of material planned. But the only thing I got to do is actually get out here and record it, right? So with that being said, my name is Dennis at Canoehound Adventures. This is
David at Beastly Ironworks.
And remember, people, keep the adventures alive. Cheers, brother.
Cheers, brother. Thank you. Good times.